Guys, I am back. Let's do this. Oh, just a quick break, just a quick bathroom break. Say hi to my girlfriend. She's watching YouTube videos in the bedroom, so she's enjoying her day. She's got a cat on her lap, got a little tuna there. It's adorable. All right, so we did our ranked matches. I called it. We are in Silver 3, right where we belong. A nice little safe haven, away from all those people who are in Masters, who are in way up here in the gold. OFC Frou Frou, Phi Diggy, the Red Flash, of course, Mickey D, him and his mill. What are we? We're 42 globally. Solid. That'll be the best we'll ever do. That'll be the best we can do. So now that we're back, I think it's time we try and build. I think this is the one, the general discard, I think is the one that Mud sent us. It's got 3 cages. It's got to be a Mud turtle deck. It's got to be. Tax Fisher, Unruly Mob, Swamp Peddler. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. It doesn't run outside of Giga Blender. Yeah, Giga Blender, Cursed Grave are the only ones that like make you discard cards. Okay. Okay. I want to try and build one that's full-on Mimi discard. Full-on the memeiest of Mimi discards. So first of all, a combo that we're adding in has got to be Ghost Warp. That one's yours. Awesome. Dude, it looked really solid. Had a lot of damage, a lot of healing, a lot of aggression. It looked solid as a rock. I want to see what we can do for Discord, or for discarding stuff. So. Chris Graves feel good. I want to select 2 Necro Dreadlings, 3 Putrid Behemoths, 3 of these, like 2 Shallow Graves. I want to get cards that can obviously bring cards back too, right? Swamp Peddler, I like the idea of being able to discard your combos. I like that idea. Venom Feeder is just good to get poison cards back. I'm so wishing Witch Doctor was not Legacy. He'd be such a good card in this discard format. And then Baronwood Butcher. Like, Baronwood Butcher is a discard. It's just, like, it's not what we have access to. It's not, really. Giga Blender is just an amazing card. I would so run Fumbling Alchemist in this deck. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, so. Now that we've gotten all of our... Man, there's only like, what? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6 cards in here that discard. Just... Yeah, Raiding Party. We'd have to go into Mountain, wouldn't we? For, like, Greedy Gemruff. Again, he's really easy to get weapons or items. And with his load of healing that he has access to. Major Havoc, how we doing, man? Welcome to the show. getting Crystal doesn't seem so far-fetched. It really doesn't. We can even add in, like... I have no Shadow Puppets in this deck yet. Man, who needs buff removal, right? Who needs them? Who needs buff removal at all in a deck ever? Rockets are you kick the crud out of that Dolo AI. You kick the Clockmaster crud out of him. Okay, so if we have Greedy Gemruff, what does that have? Well, we got to get a Crystal Core or something like that in here. So what do we get rid of? What do we get rid of? I don't... Venom Feeders, I guess? We get rid of Venom Feeders? I'm going to say a Crystal Core and... Like, we can just get another item in here, right? We can just get, like... I'm thinking we just add in a Skyrider for discarding a card. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that discard in your deck. And I found out, actually, while playing Gorechop, that really, like, 8 or 9 cards for discarding is really all you need. Mind you, Gorechop draws like no one's business. Gorechop draws so well, because you're discarding beasts the entire time. So for this one, I really have no card draw engine at all. Forfeited when he discarded Turbosphere with Scorched Earth first turn. Oh, Rocket Star, I hope you have better luck, man. That just sounds brutal. Alright, what do we have for cross orders here? What was Molteration? I don't really need Molteration. I can do Sulfuric Demise, though. I can do Sulfuric Demise. Feels like a good one. Then we're just going to Dread. What do we have access to for Dread here? Yes. Well, yeah, what are we sitting on here? Yeah, good amount. A good amount, I guess. Living Shadows. Living Shadows, I really want to see, like, what... if we can make this card good. Because, like, this doesn't work off the Abyss package, because they require abilities to be triggering them. So, like, you've got to have a board of just things that do things. And I want to know if Living Shadows is ever a plausible card to run, like, ever. You know what I mean? Also, do I just run Poison Spray? I think I do. Also, if I have Ghost Warp in here, I gotta have ways to get that combo back. I gotta have ways to get the combo back. I gotta have a Blood Pact Redeemer in here. Like, at least one. Shadowy Grave, it feels fine. But I'd rather have ways to get my combo back if I'm doing, like, discard. And then like I gotta have draw. I gotta have draw in here. splash nature in with Living Shadows, maybe? Well, the thing is, Living Shadows only works on poison and shadow buffs. So splashing nature in wouldn't affect Living Shadows. It wouldn't affect it at all. Yeah, I actually want to sit down. Maybe I'll do that Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday I'll look and see if I can try and see how Living Shadows can possibly work. Possibly. I might just have to get rid of Swamp Peddlers. As cool as they are, I need card draw. I need me some Umbron Barkeeps. Like 3 of them. Because I'm going to be discarding cards a lot, so being able to refill my hand... Actually, maybe Umbron Informants are better. Because I'm going to be discarding a majority of my cards. So being able to draw a maximum of like 4 could just be really good. Then I have Necro Dreadlings to get things back. Oh, okay. I'm just trying to think here now. Because like I have enough healing in Tyrex Fixer and Giga Blender. I have 9 cards to discard. Shadehoof Scapegoat, is that worth it? I don't think it is. I honestly don't think Shadehoof Scapegoat's a good card. I really don't. I really don't. I would much rather have cards that can either help me draw or like do additional things. I might want to even say putting in like 2 Conclave Spies. It feels weird, but if I'm gonna have like Cursed Grave out on the board and just sit there with Putrid Behemoth and I'm discarding cards, Conclave Spy is sitting out there, if they remove it, I'll get whatever cards I'm discarding back. Obviously Cursed Grave, like they go under Cursed Grave, so I won't be able to do it. But I will be able to have those cards to get me cards back. Yeah, I'm also just sitting here like, what cards would I want to even discard? Because everything I have in here is stuff to get cards back or stuff that, like, discards. And I don't think... Man, I have, like, no good discard targets, do I? Because like, I don't want to get rid of my Skyrider, I don't want to get rid of my card draw or my healing. I should also put in... I should put in... Ooh. I think Greedy Gemruff is too greedy. If I'm running Skyrider, I have enough discard right there. If I'm running Skyrider, I have enough discard right there. Which now means... I can just run other cards. Just efficient cards. Like, for instance, Swamp Peddlers. I can put those back in. And then I can put in, where are you? Ramparts. Right? Feels fine. Man, is Curse Grave worth it? I do not have a whole lot of buffs. I don't even know if Curse Grave is going to be worth it. Like, yeah, I can Curse Grave Giga Blender and have a really fun turn with Ghost Warp. Is Curse Grave worth it? Is it worth it? That's the question. I feel like I want to add an Atome too. Because, you know, card draw. There is no item that allows you to discard for 2 draw, right? There is nothing like that. As far as I'm aware of. Like there's discarding Undead. Remove one of your buffs. Discard 2 of your own cards. That one's Legacy. Yeah, I don't think there is one for just discard, draw 2. Razor Greshu's #1 fan. What is up? Oh, welcome back, dude. It's been a while. I'm glad you found your way back to the show. Do I ever run Fluximo in this? I don't think I do. If I run Fluximo in a discard, would that be worth it? I could have added some of the time stuff in for discarding. Oh man, is that ever a thing? I don't think it is, because my opponent would get too much value out of it. I've been good. I just got 4th place at the last gold event for Lightseekers. Played a lot of really strong, really intimidating people. It was a lot of fun, dude. A lot of fun. How have you been? So if I have card drawn here, I don't need informants. Well, I'll still use 2 because I'll be discarding quite a bit. But I think I only need 2 and I can add in a 3rd Swamp Peddler. Add in a 3rd Peddler. Okay. I think we're good. I think. Rang, dude, I'm sorry too. I was looking forward to playing a lot of people. I played like essentially 5 different people. Because the same 2 I faced in Swiss, I faced right again in top 8. Mom was home for a good month and a half after surgery, so I was working and doing therapy. Dude, I respect that. I respect that, man. You stay home, you take care of your mom. Wait till she gets all better. Is she doing okay now? Is she doing okay now after therapy or after surgery though? So we can't run sulfuric demise anymore. Actually, the new mechanical one, the new mechanical combo is not bad. Magnetic Smash, not a bad one. Now your card game journey really begins. Well, RG's #1 fan. Uprising is coming out at the end of this month, so make sure you get your pre-orders in, dude. Make sure you get your pre-orders in. Get your box or boxes. The game has never been better right now. As soon as Uprising comes out physically, I know I'm going to do my best to keep that thing going and thriving and doing well. So look forward to that in the future. I think I'm fine here if I do this. Because Abyss Tunneler can bring me back a bunch of things. Do you not get as much rank in ranked if opponent concedes? I have no idea, Mud. I honestly have no idea. I've never tested that. I have never tested that. Okay, I'm going to see... the discard full. Now, obviously, we would love 3 Cursed Graves, but... ooh, yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do see if we can get a 3rd one in here. Do I run 2 Swamp Peddlers for a 3rd Cursed Grave? Do I do that? With how many cards I'll be able to discard? Maybe I do. Maybe I do just do that. Alright, you talked me into it. 3 Cursed Graves, man. A lot of things. A lot of things here. Alright. Got Cinder Branch for $3. Awesome, dude. That is phenomenal. But we're going to see how well this full-on discard deck works. I don't think it will do well, but I want to see what we can do with it. I want to see what we can come up with here. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. Man, I hope my bathroom break didn't deter people from playing ranked anymore. I know Farapang's strong, but I'm not playing him right now. I'm not playing him. I'm playing a Mimi deck. A Mimi deck of General Carnage discard. I may have went way too far into the discard, but we'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. Skyrider being able to discard 1 card at a time, pretty solid. Being able to use an ability. A lot of cards back recursion for Dread alone. Ghost Warp. I want to see if that thing will work. I want to see if it'll work, man. You were getting quick games? I mean, now I'm getting into a game. I got a game here now, maybe. If I can find that Lightstone activity. Selena. Is that who you're facing? Are you playing as Selena right now, Mud? Or are you playing as Selena? Oh, we can just sit back and watch as our GPS tries to locate where we are. No, okay, opponent declined. That's fine, we'll go back to the queue. We have a bunch of power stones, don't we? Oh, we can go ahead and use these. We got a bunch of new power cards. 7, still 7? Still says 7. What do I have 7 for? Oh, probably... I did get quite a bit of those, didn't I? I have 1. What could I possibly have 1? I'm on the Umbron Spy, which is like a death trap. How do I still have 1? Oh, wow. I didn't even realize. You guys typed so fast, I didn't even realize RG, #1 fan, had a question. Also, I was considering making an Astral deck. In your opinion, what are some of the better heroes? Selene is, yeah, hands down Selene. I would let's just go into the let's go in here and see what Astral has for heroes, because there's quite a bit of good ones. Blaze Brute Zoc is a really good one that's been doing well. Obviously Selene. I've had a lot of fun with my Onyx. People having a lot of fun with Mad Gut. Opponent declined. Okay. I did build. Yes, Wranglerthor can attest that Starseer Tundra is an amazing hero to play. Skyslayer Vandal has been a really fun deck with Skyslayer Vandal out there. I built a pretty fun deck with Super Rider Kari with a lot of beasts. It's really aggressive. Sun Hunter Tuktu obviously is a mythical one, but she's been doing really well. Star Tamer Calic is always just a good choice. I mean, there's a lot of really good heroes. Some have not been tested out as well. Potion Master Mixie. I don't know. I don't know about it. There's a lot of heroes that I still have yet to test. A lot of heroes that I still have yet to go on and experiment with. I literally should build like a hat with like card suggestions of like heroes, what card or combo should I make work, and like pull them out of a hat every episode to see what I can do. Duskguard Lucera. Dude, why is everyone quitting? Wow, that was a lot of names. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of good heroes for Astral. It really all depends on, I guess, what your play style is. Are you more of an aggro player? Are you a control player? Do you like OTK decks? Do you like kind of just tempo mid-range stuff? Selene, all you really need to know now. I mean, Selene will always be like the top Astral hero just because of her card draw ability. She can be very aggressive, very quick. Because she's discarding cards too in Astral, you can set up really cool combos with her too. I like control the most, but I'll play whatever. For control decks, Skyslayer Vandal's a really fun control / OT, like really big heavy hitting deck that has been out there. Selene does play more of an aggro style setup. It does have a really interesting OTK setup that Fatal Zeph has built. Trying to think. Mad Gut. Oh my god, we're going against Claus Clackerson. Mud Turtle. Well, you know the meme, and I know your deck is very competitive, so. Hello, my good sir. How are you? I think we're just gonna lose. I think that's it. Him and Claus Clackerson. Not a lot we can do there. This is gonna be a test. This is gonna be a test. I really wish this would put the item into my hand. I really do. I don't see any reason why it would go on the top of your deck. I really don't. And against Mud Turtle's deck, I don't think he really has any buffs. I really don't. I think he's just attacking, defending. And then an attack card. There's a Spark Whistle. All right. Anyone have $3 so you can get Selene? I used the wrong ability. I used the wrong ability. She's 90% off on It's My Card Now. That's not bad though, $3. That's good. That's really good. Wait a second, you blinked. Is the game over yet? Not by a long shot, Wrangler. Not by an absolute long shot. Mud Turtle could just start blowing me out here real quick. Okay, so he's got an attack. There's a defend. Man, Mud is gonna crush me. I used the wrong ability. And I feel so stupid. Alright. These are all terrible cards to be having right now. IPC Gauze, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, man. Obviously you're already here, but welcome back. Discard that. We'll pass. Not bad. Damage. Okay. Behemoth is good. Mud is just saving a hand to just go off on me right now. Burn cards can't be stored. That is so sad. I have so many burn cards in this deck. I have so many burn cards in this deck right now. Storm Strike 9. Okay. Okay. Chain Lightning. Hoo boy. Hoo boy indeed. Alright. Alright. They don't get caught by Cursed Grave. How interesting. I thought they would. Wait, did they? I'm confused. Does this not have 3 cards under it? It only has 1, so where'd the other cards go? Oh, they go back into my deck. That's why. Okay. Okay, they don't get discarded. They go back into my deck. That'll be why. Now I'm thinking. I was like, why don't they go under the next grave? Because it doesn't discard them. It doesn't discard them. This is maybe why I should be running time. That hurts. That hurts me a lot. All of these have burn. It makes me so sad. Every single one has burn. And I just used both my Giga Blenders right when I have Ghost Warp now. That is so sad. That is so sad. Alright. I found the huge flaw in this deck. The hugest of flaws. Half of my deck has burn and burn can't be stored. Found the flaw. It's right there. It's not a bad one to draw, but... Come on, bud. I know you have it. I know you have it. Well, these are all terrible. Ghost Warp just goes right to the discard, doesn't even get caught. So I put him in the wrong order. Alright, Mud, kill me. This deck is terrible. So much of it is burned and can't be caught by Cursed Grave. It all relies on getting Ghost Warp out. It's just bad. It is terrible. This is what we get for playtesting, though. We playtest, and this is how it works. I'm just ending. I'm just done. Ah. Just finish it, Mud. Finish it. You're killing me here. Right. Clutch, my man. Clutch. Okay. That deck is a pile. That deck is a complete pile. Has way too many burn cards in it. Get out, get out. It just needs card draw. It needs card draw and discard. I was trying to set up Frog Lethal. Dude, I approve. I approve, man. Yeah, I found out real quick, Mud. You can go back and watch. That half of my deck has burn, so every card I want to discard cannot be stored. And I was like, wow. Wow, that was horrible. Undying Lightseeker, I'm glad you came in to witness the travesty that just happened. Oh my word, was that horrible. So we found out real quick, when you're making a discard deck, your deck really should not have a lot of burn. Shouldn't. Burn can't be stored. So you really can't do anything with Cursed Grave. Can't do a whole lot with it. Ratchet Garby just made it as well. Awesome. Yeah, I'm sitting there. My opening hand had 6 cards with burn in it, and I'm like, none of these are going to get stored. None of them. Ooh, dude. Yeah, that was probably my only saving grace, is that Conclave Spy could have got me back, like, the cards that I needed. That would have been amazing. What I am seeing in here, though, however, is I think I honestly want to add in time. I honestly want to add in time. And if I do that, I kind of want to add in Fluximo. And if I can take these Informants out and get some Creebles and make a Creeble deck, a Creeble discard, Future Behemoths, we'll take those out right now. Necro Dreadling. Actually, Reckless Tinkers I don't think I'll need. Conclave Spy can come out, and we're going to add in the buff that's like the Gyromaster. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Like, all of my cards had burn, and I was like, these aren't storing. There's no way to get them under the Cursed Grave. Okay, so I do want to see what Creebles I can add in here. Which means that, yeah, Shadehoof Scapegoat might be just a legit card. Vile Brew Hexer? Maybe? I don't think we need Swamp Peddlers then. Because what we do want is not the Creeble, but the Umbron that searches for 2 Creeble cards. Get 3 of those in there. So how many Creeble cards do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I need Skyrider then. I don't think I need Skyrider. Because I have a lot more discarding now. Well, kind of. Stunt Creeble is card draw. That's good. There's also the one... can you use that tech hero that discards? Did Skyrider Colax? Is he a tech hero? Tech hero that discards. Maybe? Do we just run Shadow in Colax? Do we just run Shadow with Colax? We could do that. We sure could do that. We would need... So Hexers need to go then. Probably Shadow Puppets too. We'll run one Redeemer. So now we need to gear on at least like 2 Blacksmiths. And a Shade Ripper. I'm playing too much Hearthstone and Magic. Dude, I've been actually playing a lot of Eternal in my off time. Just playing some, the Gauntlets, just to grind gold. It's been a lot of fun, actually. So if we go in here for tech for Creebles. We can run Booby Trapper then, actually, because Cursed Grave's a location. There is another time buff that catches cards. Is it not time? Is it mechanical? No, it's explosive. It is the makeshift reactor. So we can put 2 of those in there, and it is a location. So we're gonna want maybe 2 Shaded Recruiters. Or do it? No, I'd probably want like 3 Shaded Recruiters in here, don't I? Tyrax Fixer can go. Or do I just want like Umbron Informants? Or like Barkeeps. Let's see what combos I have first. Obviously Ghost Warp is like a must-have. I want to say 2 Cursed Grave is fine. We have 3 spots open. Do we just run Nitro Heal? Do you want the Cursed Graves? I mean, they'd be nice. They can, like, I can cycle and restore stuff back into my discard pile, or my deck, for discarding. Because right now, I don't have a lot of Graveyard Recursion, and if I'm going to be using my ability quite a lot... Do I still want 3 Cursed Graves? Probably. Probably, in case I, like, mill them, I want the Cursed Graves. Thing is, now I just really want card draw. But then, like, Kriebel Stunt Double is card draw. So maybe I just want Kriebels. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 Kriebels. So maybe I do just add, like, some Kriebels. Actually, how many locations do I have in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I just add Awestruck Tourists? Lollia the Third, hello, hello, hello! Tyrax Historian? Oh! J-Nels, I like your thinking. I like your thinking. You know what I also don't have? Any buff removal. I have no buff removal. It'd be good to have buff removal in here. So use battery. Well, now my deck is full. Now my deck is full. I think I should be fine with Kriebel Stunt Double, Shady Recruiters, and if they, with Gyromaster, if they remove my buffs, I'll draw cards with it. So if they're going to remove the Reactor, the Cursed Graves, that stuff, I'll get them back. Fluximo, once again, is like the bottom card of my discard pile goes to my hand. So, like, I could be discarding quite a bit and still be fine and get cards back. I have to live. I have to live is the thing. So I'm thinking my combos should be at least Nitro Heal. At least Nitro Heal. Steel Forts would really only prevent Ramparts. This is explosive. This one's explosive. Like, Steel Forts would not actually prevent anything outside of Ghost Warp. From leaving. I could Higgs. I could Higgs. But still has damage reduction. That's true. That's true. It still is just a big wall. What are we looking at here? A lot of time. I feel like Higgs Fusion and Steel Fortification. I feel like those are fine. Until we really figure out how this deck runs, what cards we're discarding, why Kolax and not someone with mech superiority to do Giga Blender Tyrax Tuner for 6 discards 1 turn. Just because his ability is discarding. And if there's really only like 6 cards in here for discard, I'm hoping that his ability could work a little better. But we'll find out, because obviously we're going to be drawing a lot of cards. Maybe 6 cards to discard is all we need. Maybe that's all we need and we actually don't need to run Kolax. Maybe we just don't need to run Colax. Because we do have... This is searching. This is card draw. Why is he so much better than Corodius? I mean, I don't know. Corodius is just not good. It's not good. You're healing for 2. You could be discarding a combo and heal for 2. You could discard a Boulder Feast and heal for 2. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. Yeah, but outside of that, I don't know. Colax we're just running because obviously, like I said, we need to discard to get stuff under the Cursed Graves, the Makeshift Reactors. Because Makeshift Reactor is explosive and Giga Blender is mechanical, so you don't really need a superiority for those two. You said Giga Blender plus Tyrax Tuner for 6 cards, 1 turn. Tyrax Tuner. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Is Unruly Mob any good? It is if you're trying to play a more control style. There's a lot of aggro out there right now, so Unruly Mob is good against a lot of aggro decks. Who was it? J-Nels. The problem I see with that, with the Blender and Tyrax Tuner, is that you need those 2 cards plus 6 other cards in your hand that are worthy of discarding, and you need to Ghost Warp out. It's a lot of preparation, and I'm trying to just really set up just a nice tempo style deck that just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. I'm actually tempted to put in here 3 of the Dust Talon Assassins that can trigger abilities, so I can trigger Fluximo like multiple times and then get that card back. It actually makes me want to not run Blood Pact Redeemer if I'm running Fluximo, because Fluximo can get my combos, and just over time I'll be able to get those back. So I might actually want to add in like 1 or 2 Dust Talon Assassins in retrospect, because I could even use them for my ability, for my hero ability. I think I'll just put 1 in there. I'll put 1 in. I have a feeling it'll be good, but I think it'll be good late game, so I don't need to have it right away, and if I mill it, Fluximo can get it back eventually and all that other fun jazz. So I think this will be fine. I'm crossing my fingers it will be. This deck has no burn cards as far as I'm aware. If it does, please someone stop me, because the whole point is to have no burn cards so Fluximo can hit every card in my deck. And obviously if they kill Fluximo, I'm a sad panda. There's nothing I can do about that. Fluximo is burned. Good catch. Good catch. But if Fluximo's gone, and that's the only burn card, the whole point is to make Fluximo not be bad. And if I can't use Fluximo to get Fluximo back, well then, you know, it's just something that happens. But yeah, I think this is fine. Because, like, if I can... Oh, part of me... Okay. No, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. How many Creebles do I have in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that feels bad. I need, like, I want 9. I want 9 in here. I want 9. Do I ever need Ramparts? Do I ever need Ramparts? I have Giga Blender for healing. I feel like I need Ramparts. Do I run Gyromaster? Is that ever a card? I don't think I do. I don't think I ever run Gyromaster. I think I can put in another Scapegoat and another Booby Trapper. I think that's what I do. Because I want Creeble cards to discard for Creeble Stunt Double and just really get my card draw engine going. I think that's what I do. And then if they remove my buffs, Booby Trapper will kill them. Yeah. Yes. Font of Misfortune kills me. You know what? If this deck has one random tech card that shuts it down, then that's okay. There should be, in my opinion, every deck that has a weakness. There should not be one deck that just rules them all. So if I try and build that one deck, I'm going to build Selene Aggro. And yet for some reason, Farapang still beats Selene Aggro. Yes, it does. I have proof. I have a gold mat to prove it. But yeah, I don't think in a good meta there should be one deck that rules them all. There should be cards that counter certain decks' archetypes. This one is going way heavy with the discard. And obviously if you go discard, you're going to mill yourself out fast. So if people run a Font of Misfortune, it's like main deck, kudos to them for beating me. Just what happens. It's just what happens. Did I choose the right deck? I did. Good. Well, let's see how Kolax does for us. Let's see if Kolax is actually the hero that we all want. Undying Seeker, get out of here right now, okay? You get out of here with your Magrock, with your meta decks. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Play what you want to play. Man, I got nothing. Started off with a... Wow, really? All three of these in my hand? This is bonkers. Alright, cool. Cool. How do you get a blacksmith and I don't? Is it Tome? It's not Tome. It's a Crystal Scepter. Alright, not bad. There we go. Something's happening. Something is happening now. Hired Saboteur. Interesting. Sorry, not sorry. Now here's the thing. No, I don't think I do it now. I can do it next turn. Do it next turn. I'm gonna get my item back. Spectral Widow. That ain't good. Get your Tantosian back. We'll just pass again. Stud Creeble's pretty nice. I was about to ask if we could duel, but if you're having my... But I like having my undefeated record. I don't know about that. I'm playing pretty memey decks right now. In ranked, no less. Like, we're gonna drop to bronze in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Okay. I mean, this won't do me anything. Used fonts in a physical tourney? Dude, that's awesome. In your sideboard or your main deck, though? Sideboard or main deck mode? I'll heal for 2. It's fine with me. No puppet, never mind. Stupid Fluximo. Dude, what's wrong with Fluximo? You get your Tantosian back. Isn't that what you wanted? Didn't you want the Tantosian? So I'd get back Scapegoat, he'd get back Hired Saboteur. I think I'll put that out. See what he's got. Gotta bait those buff removals real quick before Fluximo can start doing its thing. Because him getting like Spectral Widows and all that stuff back is just not good for me. It's not good at all. So I'd get back Shade of Scapegoat. Well, he says, well played. Is he going to Shadow Puppet me now? Is he going to Shadow Puppet me? What's happening? What is even happening? Mountain Fort? Okay. Shadow Puppet? Shadow Puppet? No Shadow Puppet. Okay. Very intriguing. So one source. Just get all those cards back. Deal for 10. It's so hard because you know how the deck works. Right? You want a Shadow Puppet, don't you? You really want a Shadow Puppet. But you don't want to put a burn card so early in your discard pile, do you? I'm doing it! I'm doing the thing! Three leeches and a puppet in hand. man. Not necessarily. Oh, I would have loved that card. Would have loved that card. That would have been an amazing card. I mean, I've gone through 2 forts. Here's the 3rd one. What do I have? Get your saboteur back, that's fine. Sulfuric Demise. God, that card's a stinker. I don't think I'm going to win this. In all honesty, I don't. But Tentacle? I mean, dude, it's Magrock. I don't expect to win against Magrock. I haven't drawn a single buff removal this entire game either. If I could have drawn like at least one Hammer Down Enforcer, I think I could have been fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah. So I'm gonna take 5. I'm gonna take 9 damage next turn. Both Shady Recruiters. Okay. So I could be dead. I could easily be dead right now. Are you... Of course you're running that. You've got to be kidding me. I don't know how much this is going to do. If anything. Yeah. I mean, yeah, good game. I can't win. Good game, dude. I can't beat that. You're gonna keep bringing back mountain forts and all that stuff, and I can't beat that. I think, I mean, it's really slow. It's extremely slow, and it varies on what my hand start is. That was actually, you could have beat me 10 times out of 10 if you just removed the buffs and had healing because you're mag rock. Like, you beat me 100% of the time. There's nothing I can do to that because I can't burst you down. I can't do anything. The mountain forts killed me. I didn't get buff removal. It really, in all honesty, it would not have mattered if you would have removed my buffs and got a burn card there, because I would have been so slow. I would have been so slow in getting those cards back from my discard pile that it would not have made a difference, because you could have Duskblade Tome and drawn that your tempo would have just destroyed me. I would have been getting cards back from my discard pile and not getting new cards, where you would be just getting through your deck and finding the cards to kill me. The Magrock is so well refined, there was no way I was going to win that in the first place. The deck, I feel, is like 50% there. It has a nice thing. Its card draw is terrible. Because it was the Creeble stunt double was completely reliant on me getting Creeble cards. Yeah, it's God, it's not good. It's not good. Fluximo, I honestly don't even think I need Fluximo. I don't think I need it. I need card draw in here. Like no one's business. I need... Do I need informants or do I need barkeeps? If card draw is a problem, switch to Tempest. I mean, if I switch to Tempest, then I only have like 6 cards in here to discard. Only 6 cards to discard. Then again, if I'm drawing, maybe it doesn't matter. I really don't want to use Tempest. He's such an overused hero. I don't like using heroes that are just like always seen. I don't like using Selene. I don't like using Magrock. Like, because they're the top tier heroes. Everyone is doing it. Yes, Future Behemoth. It's a good one, and I did try to build it with General Carnage. It didn't work. Like, I had so much discard and not enough draw. That's why Gorehawk actually does work, because you're discarding beasts to draw cards. Carnage with Crystal and Mimicking Magmites. I want to see that Benny is right. That one, I built that one to see if Flame Hurler works. It does in a sense, but it's really not worth it, dude. It's not worth it at all. So if I do that, do I just put in another Shady Recruiter to look for Creeble cards? Because now I don't need Dust Down Assassin because I'm not running Fluximo. Do I run in a third Shady Recruiter to really cycle out my Creeble cards? Or do I put in the 2 Epic Banquets so I can get my Creeble cards back? I think I do that. Yeah, The AI doesn't know how to use Flame Hurler. It really doesn't. Okay, so if I Giga Blender, all this stuff. Shady Recruiter cycles through my deck. Epic Banquet just gets them all back. Maybe that's all I need? Maybe that's all I'll need? I also feel like Booby Trapper is just not a good card. Because by the time I get the Cursed Grave and the Makeshift Reactors down, I'm discarding 3 at a time with Giga Blender. So I don't feel like Booby Trapper is actually ever a good card. He's good for deterrent. But I could easily just run like Reckless Tinkerer. Essentially, yeah, they're both doing 7 damage. Cursed Grave puts the cards back into my deck, whereas Makeshift Reactor, they discard them. But it's just like, I'm trying so hard. And the discard it thing is just not working. I'm trying my darndest. Booby Trapper does not seem like a good card. It just not. It just doesn't. I'm going full gimmick here, I know. It just doesn't seem like a good card. Or like a good mechanic yet. The Gore Hawk, or the Gore Chop, great, because you're actually drawing while discarding. That's super important. This one, we're just like a discard, 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 and see what we could do, and there's not enough consistent damage. All of our damage is coming from our Makeshift Reactor and our Cursed Grave, and if that's all our damages, then we're searching our entire deck for 6 cards to do a very minimum amount of damage, and we just can't do that. We cannot do that. That doesn't win any games. That doesn't win any games. So I think this deck is a bust. Sad to say, I think this deck is a bust. I'm going to take one more look at what Mud did, because Mud is like, it runs discard fine, but it actually also, you know, runs like a normal deck. Where his, like, you know, attacking, his whole discard thing is Giga Blender into Cursed Grave, so you can just do one into the other. But like, his deck is just aggro, which is perfectly fine. That's how it should work. Is Mimicking Magmite? You guys are talking about that card. Is that card Legacy? No, it's not. I am running Crystal Core. I do also have 100 shards off this. That's pretty cool. I think the deck works fine enough without going full meme with Mimicking Magmites. That's leaning more into another meme deck. But I do like this deck that Mud has built. Where it's just, you know, attack, attack. It does have a big burst damage of 7 damage, 10 healing. Get your cards back into your deck that you discard. But otherwise, it's just an efficient aggro deck that runs cages. Doesn't need a whole lot of discard, but it has it in here. So yeah, if we're... Yeah, I mean, you just draw. You have Corrupted Spirits in there, you have all this other stuff. You just draw, you deal damage. That's it. Play it and repeat. Right? Yeah, Mud is really good at building decks. His are always really consistent, just really good. Hey, I just need damage, I'll put damage in there. I have never been disappointed with a Mud Turtle deck. I feel like I should get better at deck building, but like 95% of what I love to do is just go full meme. I don't care about consistency. I want full meme. I'm lucky my Farapang deck turned out as well as it did, in all honesty. In all honesty. You're working on Ferris? Nice, dude. So... Dude, Claws is fun, man. I don't care if you win or lose. Claws is fun. Part of me wants to do this. If that's the case... Oh lord, do I True Stone? No, I feel like... Yeah, let me... card drawn there. Giga Blender. General Carnage is superior mechanical, so we can do that actually. Although that seems like a bit overboard, so we'll not. Let's not do that. Um, so we got to get the mimicking Magmites, Scuttler, card draw. Cursed Grave. Putrid Behemoth. Discards as well. So if I just have those, and I just need things that draw me cards now. Watchress Trader. Do I ever include these? I'm still hooked on the Kreeble. I'm really still hooked on the Kreeble. And I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't. But I love them so much. There's no Kreeble Mechanical that I want. There's Kreeble Crystal. I also have no buff removal yet. I don't know how I always had buff removal last. It should be like the first thing I put in here. Teriyaki, what's up, man? With Shady Recruiter, no. I feel like Scuttler's too much. Crude Exterminator. What do we have? We need more mechanical. if I just take out the Traitor and add in the Corrupted Spirits, it's the same thing. There's not enough Umbrons in here to do me anything. So yeah, if I get Corrupted Spirits in here... it's the same. Card draw, card draw, card draw. Card draw. Discard, discard. Just do Mantic Spitters. Alright, let's add in some combos. Poison Spray, Burst of Venom, Tainted Miasma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, Mud, I am. Because now, I want to see if Mimicking Magmites can work. I want to see if that can work with the Cursed Grave. Venom Veins? Yeah, I'm thinking. But, like, that's a lot of setup. And if it doesn't work, I can't get him back. Putrid Behemoth is just, I mean, it could just be good with Putrid Behemoth, too. We'll see how well Crystal does. It came out fairly similar to your deck. It runs a lot more on the discard. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm not thinking really hard on it. I'm just like, I don't like the way this is turning out, but I'm still committed to it. But yeah, it's just... it's not really milling, it's discarding. Discard Magmites. So, we'll see. We'll see. I have this deck built. Back of my mind, don't really like it. But it came out how it did. Once again, it has very minimal card draw. I tried to add in a lot of card draw to compensate for just how much discarding it does. Because I feel like it's just really slow. It's just really slow, and you're waiting all the time for 2 buffs, essentially. And if your opponent just removes them, you're like, well, okay, cool. And if they remove these 2 buffs, the deck doesn't do anything else. There's no way to get them back. It's just, it feels bad. It feels like there's a lot of things that go wrong. It just... yeah, it doesn't feel fluid. It doesn't feel consistent. It feels like It runs off of 3 cards. That's the thing, like no Necro Dreadlings. I mean, I could put them instead of Scapegoats. I guess I could do that. Yeah, I'll put them instead of Scapegoats. We'll see how that works. But yeah, the deck feels really slow. Not a whole lot of healing. Like I said, does it have some? It has Giggle Blender, it has Tyrex Fixer, it has Ramparts, it has, you know, stuff to heal, and it has Crystal Core, obviously. It feels very gimmicky, and as much as I love gimmicks, I just don't think this one is good. I don't think this one is good. But we could try it. We could try it. Unfortunately, not tonight, because it is like 2 to 10, and I gotta work. Scapegoat's the best, though the best card to use with Giga. I mean, true, but I want to keep Corrupted Spear for card draw in here. I could get rid of Mantic Spitter, but I'm already really low on... Well, I guess I'm not that low on poison. Yeah, I'll get rid of Spitter, put the Scapegoats back in. You talked me into it, Mud. You said one sentence, I read it, and I immediately was like, alright, we'll change. We'll change the idea. So we'll do that. Scapegoat's fine. Do I wish I had 3? Yeah. But I need card draw. And I don't think I can sacrifice much else. Yeah. So we'll try this. We'll try this. We'll have to try this on Wednesday, though. Because I am getting tired. It is 10 o'clock. I am going to go to bed so I can wake up and go to work. Yay. Super excited for that tomorrow. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for enjoying it. Undying Lightseeker, thank you very much for jumping on a few games. Mud Turtle, you as well. I enjoyed it. Fairpang has done its boy, got me into Silver 3. Then we tried to just ruin our ranked with all these gimmick stuff, and we successfully did that. So I hope to be back on Wednesday. Same time. Same Twitch channel. I'll leave you with one bit of advice before I leave. Guys, did you know that you have to have an Amazon Prime account and you have a Twitch account? You can link those two bad boys together to have a Twitch Prime account. You can use that Twitch Prime account to get a free Twitch Prime sub free once a month to your favorite subscriber. It's the same as a tier 1 sub. It doesn't cost you a dime because you're already paying for it with Amazon Prime. Why not use it? The only thing that's different is that it does not auto-renew. So please hit that sub button every month, once a month to your favorite subscriber. Help their channel grow. Help their content creation. Do them. Show your support for the person who you are loving to watch and entertain you. That's all I ask. Whether it's me or anyone else, hit that Twitch Prime sub button. So thank you for all the people that did sub to me today. Cowboy Hat Valerie subscribed today. Dire Wolf hosted me today. Mud Turtle resubscribed to me today. Shives resubscribed to me today. Guys, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you very much for all the love that you guys give me. I love doing this for you guys. It means a lot to me. So thank you for hitting that sub button, for following me on Twitch, for helping this channel grow to where it is today and further as this game grows in our hearts. So guys, thank you very much. Thunderfin salute to everyone who's still here, for everyone who's here today and went to bed early. I'm proud to have you as part of my Thunderfin army. And with that being said, you guys have a nice night.